Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Aaron. I'm the Brick Scavenger. We're back with another minifig haul today. This is actually kind of two hauls in one. I won two different auctions from the same seller, combined the shipping, which is always nice. We paid $213 for these two combined. Honestly, I have no idea what's in here other than the description, which was TV and movie. So that's kind of a fun theme. Let's see how much we actually got for $213. There is like 11 ounces. There's another 11. So that's a pound and a half. That's a pound and a half of stuff, which should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 figs. And what did we say? 213. So I don't know. What does that come to? Dollar. I don't know. Whatever that comes to. $1.50-ish, something like that per fig. I feel like that's usually a pretty good price point. I don't know if that means there's not much in here, or if the other buyers were sleeping on this haul. We're gonna go through it together. Our goal is to double our money on every haul, and we use the profits to fund our Lego habit, which is super fun. If you are interested in any of the stuff that you see here, check out the descriptions for links to our Whatnot shows and our Bricklink store we sell on both of those platforms. So 213, that's 426. Call it 425 so I can actually remember it. Can we turn all of this into 425? We're going to find out together. Here is, I think that's Blue the dinosaur. He does have one of his legs. But again, like that doesn't matter to me because I'm going to sell these parts individually on Bricklink. Maybe you have a Blue that's missing. That I think is actually a claw, not a leg. I think it probably goes like that. Maybe you're missing the front right claw, or maybe you're missing the jaw, So we'll sell those parts individually on Bricklink. So those could be some good parts for sure. Here's some old gray hair. Look at that. There's a Ninja Turtle. Is it in good shape? Hopefully. I do my very best to have high quality stuff on Bricklink. I know for some people, Bricklink can be kind of hit or miss on their experience in terms of the quality of the parts they receive. I do my best to list any damage that you would note on any part that's listed. So we either take, something like this, we would never even list. It's all chewed up. That's just trash. But if we have something that's a high value part, maybe a torso, but it's cracked or something, I will note that crack in the description so that if you do not see a note in my Bricklink store, that should overall indicate that the part is in really, really good condition. There's some Disney 100. That looks like that's a Chandler Bing from the Friends sets right there. That I think is the Neomodian or whatever that is, but I don't like it because it's a little dinged up, so we're just going to dump that one as well. There's a Sheriff. What the heck is this thing? What in the tarnation? That can't be real, can it? I've never seen that before. The legs are real. What the heck? What is that? Is the rest of it real? I have no idea. Some kind of movie cartoon thing that I've never seen before, probably. We've got a Shaggy, or at least parts of Shaggy. We've got a Dick Grayson here. I can't remember his name. I think he may be a superhero. And Emmett there from the Lego movie. We have got a Toy Story alien head. Hey, look at that. There's parts of Fred. That's Fred from the, Scooby-Doo. And there's a Shaggy as well. Oh, man. Might there be any other Scooby-Doo stuff in here? That would be nice. It is TV movie themed. There's a Ghostbuster. That looks like that may be the turban from one of the Indiana Jones characters. Again, I'm not sure what's in here. It's been a while since I actually purchased this. I don't remember. Oh, I do remember seeing this, though. That's fun. That's the Haunted Mansion guy from the Disney ride. That's super fun. I don't think I have that one, so that guy's going to have to go on the wall. That, I think, is Claire. Is that Ultron? That might be Ultron right there. I feel like that's a Gandalf head. We've got some golden legs right there. This mullet looks like that's probably Jerry Seinfeld right there. I think that may be, it's either Hank Pym or Ant-Man. I'm not sure which. We found some fun stuff so far. I'm not sure we're crushing it. Hey, look at that. There's a Sonic. Is that the Dimension Sonic? I can't keep them all straight. Wait, what? The heck? Did I just pick up? No, look, weird. Okay. There's 2 Chandler Bings. That's strange. Some dinosaur food. Hey, look at that. There you go. There's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I can't tell how beat that is. I'll have to look out under the light, but I can't remember which one that is, but that's, I think, the movie one. There is Newman from Seinfeld, for sure. That, is that, I was going to say it's Black Widow, but now I'm not sure. That hairpiece, I want to keep this together in case it goes together. That kind of makes me think it's Howard Wolowitz, but I'm not sure, from Big Bang Theory. Let's see. That's the doll from Toy Story right there. And I think that's Aunt May. I'm pretty sure that's Aunt May right there. Let's see. Is that Justin Hammer? It might be Justin Hammer's head right there. Ooh, look at that. Look at that right there. That's a nice piece, or it was. That's a nice piece right there for sure. Let's see. We've got some random parts again, you know. That might be an Anakin. I can't remember. But, man, we found some fun stuff in here so far. I think that's the 2-tone capes. That's like a Royal Guard thing. There's some Nexo Knights. I think that's Ulysses Claw from Marvel. I've been saving some of these guys recently. They're super fun. These little minion guys. I don't know what that is. Tons of little heads, you know, the nougat heads, which are pretty expensive. Easily $1 a piece, if not more. But some of those nougat heads can be $5, $10 a piece. It's just crazy. Let's see. There's a gingerbread. Is it the man? The man right there, although I think it is pretty beat. That's too bad. Yeah, that's really beat. That is a bummer. I'm going to have to look at it more closely, see if we can salvage any of the legs or anything like that. Hey, look at this. This is one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle villains, Leatherhead or something like that. I don't know if I have this guy or not. Maybe we'll do a quick field trip. Does his mouth open or not? I can't remember. I don't know if it, no, I don't think so. Can't tell. But I think that's, let's see, is it real? I'm assuming it's real. It feels very real. I'll check later. Oh my gosh, look at this. Another one, I think. Yeah, look at that. We've got 2 of the Haunted Mansion guys. I'm going to have to check on that Leatherhead or whatever his name is. That's a fun fig for sure. I definitely want that one on the wall if it's not already there. There is an Angry Bird. I think that's some Jurassic World. I have no idea what that is. Oh, you know what that looks like? That looks like Spider, just based on the look. It's funny, the way Lego can capture facial expressions on something as small as a Lego head. I think that is Spider-Man's friend. I've forgotten his name. The kind of techie, nerdy guy. I think that's who that is. I don't think I have him. That's fun. Let's see. Here is the Toy Story Rex, I think. The question is, it has the eyebrows right there. I think that's the difference between the 2. I think they made 2 of these. One has eyebrows, one does not. I think that's the difference. I'm going to have to check on that one. Oh boy, we might be hurting ourselves on the profit line on this one because we might be keeping some stuff. There's Egon. I don't know if that's his correct hair or not, or even if it's his correct head, but I recognize the ES as Egon Spangler, I think. Is that right? What the heck is that thing? Whoa, can you guys see that head? What in the world is that? We got some things to check on from this haul. I don't know what some of this stuff is. Let's see. There's an Indiana Jones. Is this real? It's a spongy, short, dark green cape. That may be an expensive piece. I'm not sure. There's a Ninja Turtle, some Toy Story. I think we saw her hair somewhere. I could have sworn I saw her cowboy hat. Maybe not. No way. I definitely saw it. Didn't I? Where is it? Oh, here. I was looking for the wrong color. There you go. What's her name? I forgot. Her lip print is a little beat. That's too bad. We've got a dragon wing. Let's see. There's Joey Tribbiani right there. Some Red Skull. Whatever that is. Okay, let's keep going. There's an olive green cape that's a little stained. Oh, that is too bad. I don't know if we'll be able to get that stain out, but olive green capes are not easy to find. Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. That's pretty scratched up. I'm going to have to be careful on some of this stuff because some of this has not been treated very kindly. That's a Monster Fighters werewolf right there. Look at that cape. That's a little bit discolored as well. I can't remember what cape that's for, but it's an unusual shape of cape, so that tells me it's probably fairly old, but I can't remember who that would be for. There's a James Bond. There's part of what that's a mix actually of Chima and Vitruvius maybe. That's from one of the Thor movies, I think. Is that Gore or whatever his name is? Let's see. Anything else in this first bag? There is a Indiana Jones dad head. There's the raccoon skin hat. That's so funny. I thought we saw his the rest of him in here somewhere. Yeah, this Lego movie kind of robot guy. How awesome is that guy with that coonskin hat? Let's see, anything else in here noteworthy? Did I miss anything? Here is another Ninja Turtle, sweet. Lots of heads that we'll look at more carefully later. That looks like that's an old Doc Ock. I feel like that was a pretty good first bag because again, we only paid $106 for that, right? Half of $213. So like, yeah, only $106. So I feel like we did pretty well on that. The key question is not whether or not we got value. The key question is how much of it am I going to keep? That's the real question. I tell you what, before we open bag number 2, let's do a field trip. Let's do a field. I got to double check this, but let's just do a quick field trip, and then we'll come back to it. So we're looking for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guy, Rex, and what I think of as Spider-Man's friend. I guess I don't know that for sure, but between the hairstyle and that facial expression, I think that's what it's got to be. All right. Oh, this basement is a mess. We're going through a little bit of a remodel. Okay, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Down here, you can see I've got what I think is Dog Pound or something, but I don't see this guy. So either I have him hidden somewhere else or he needs to go on the wall. So let's put him on the wall. I don't know if he's even gonna fit on the, oh no. We may need to work on that. But there you go. That's fun. That's a fun one to add. The Toy Story dinosaurs, I don't think they're on the wall. Here's a bunch of Toy Story stuff, but there's no way he's gonna balance on the wall. I don't think there's any way. So we're gonna have to figure out a way. There's just no way. Can Elmo help hold him up? I don't think so, Elmo. No. We're gonna have to figure out some other way to put him up. And then I've forgotten his name. I didn't actually check him for quality either. And of course he's cracked, so never mind. I'm not gonna put a cracked guy on the wall. Whoops, so much for that. But that doesn't mean that his head doesn't have value, right? Maybe even his hair if it's an unusual hair piece. So, not crazy disappointing only because, his head probably still has value. Okay, let's go to part 2. Oh, this is gonna be a long video. Yikes. Hope you guys are hanging in there with me. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Part 2, that was only part 1. We still got a whole nother bag to do. Hopefully there's some good stuff in this one too. Maybe some of the parts to finish off these figs over here are in here because, again, it was the same seller. Is that the video fig? The golden DJ or whatever he's called? I actually don't know for sure, but that's a fun piece. I actually don't know if that fig's got good value or not, but it's fun. That's a Russian, I think, from Indiana Jones and Crystal Skull. There's some dinosaur food right there. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. That requires homework. I don't know if she actually needs that purple hair, but whatever. We'll put it there for now. Whoa, look at that. I was about to throw that away because it was a tire, but it's not. That is the Batman armor. I think that's actually a pretty decent piece. Look at that. There's a skunk. The Chima skunk. I don't know if I have that on the wall either. Add another one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys. We may be adding a lot to the wall from this one. Look at that. Nexo Knight right there. That looks like more dinosaur food, although that might be a head for a Star Wars fig. I'm not sure. There's that purple helmet, I think, for Nexo Knights. Let's see. That, I believe, is from Indiana Jones. That's super fun. There's part of a Spider-Man. I keep finding these for some reason. I don't know why, but I've been saving them to use as plant pieces as I put together my medieval mock. So we're going to have a lot of those little bushes, I guess. There's a Mighty Micros Robin. Here's a Gandalf. That's an angry guy. Nexo Knights. We've got the purple and yellow Jester. Is that a CMF? I feel like that's a CMF. I'm not sure, though. There's a Ross Geller, continuing on with our Friends line. Let's see. I think this is a good hairpiece. Is that a Harry Potter hairpiece, I think? I'm pretty sure. Beard. Hey, look at that. There's some Lord of the Rings stuff. Gimli, maybe, right? Gimli. I think that's his head. I'm not sure, though. All right, just grabbing handfuls. There's a George Costanza right there. Nice. There's a Patrick. That, where'd it go? Is a SpongeBob pirate hat. I forgot his name. More Ghostbusters. All right. I feel like there's a lot of decent stuff in here. There's the Toy Story guy with the paint splotch. I actually don't know if I have that one on the wall either. How is this producing so many I don't have on the wall? I'm usually more disciplined than this in terms of not keeping very many, but this haul wasn't that expensive, so I may spoil myself a little bit and keep a bunch of these if I need to. Monica Geller there's Rachel Green, so there's a couple of friends. That, I think, is Jurassic World, dinosaur leg, mix of stuff. Is that one of the race car movies? Fast and Furious? I don't know. I've never watched those movies. Whoa, that's Jake the dog right there. Where's your head, Jake the dog? That's an expensive fig if we can find your head. Holy cow, dude. Did we see it? Did I skip over Jake the dog's head? Where'd it go? Oh, my word. Hopefully it's still in here. That doesn't look real. It is real. What is that thing? The heck? Maybe that's pad printed or something. That looks like Jurassic World. Emmett. Hey, there's a Phoebe from Friends. That's a a fun idea, but I've actually seen a lot of people use this torso as a medieval mock piece, and that is really fun. There's a Toy Story soldier. There's a Gandalf. We're finding like a lot of $5 bills in here. We haven't found a lot of $50 bills, but we found a ton of $5 bills. There's yet another dinosaur head, some Toy Story. These little cute guys, Scurriers or whatever they're called. There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Raphael, maybe, with the breathing apparatus thing. Hey, look at this. There's a Scarab. We may keep that for the Anubis Guard collection that we've got going. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was a Wild Style. That may even be more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I can't remember. Hey, look at that. That's the little baby from Harry Potter, I think, isn't it? I don't know. I don't Harry Potter either. There is another James Bond. Why are there so many duplicate things in here? Is this Agent Coulson? Oh, I think it is. That's an expensive piece right there. That may be 15 bucks, 20 bucks maybe even. Sweet find right there. That guy's pretty fancy. He's got like a little chain connecting his coat together. I don't know if that's a good piece or not. I feel like we're finding some decent stuff in here, just not like overwhelming, like, absolute gems that make you kind of go, whoa, that's awesome. But I feel like for the price I paid, I'm doing pretty well. Ghostbusters, that's Rachel Green again. There is Gunther from Friends. Here's some more dinosaur food. There's a guitar. There is, medieval Mickey or whatever. Let's see. There's an Aladdin, whatever that thing is. Is that Wonder Woman's head? That might be an expensive head, actually. There's a little dinosaur in there. Not sure what all that is. Oh, we haven't seen Jake the dog's head. That's really too bad. Dinosaur, whatever that is. Is that Obadiah Stane? It might be, lots of little nougat heads that add up very, very quickly. I'm not sure what hat that is. Look at all these nougat heads. Nougat heads are easily $1 a piece. Whoa, 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 look at that. Might be cracked. I'm gonna have to look at it more carefully. Hopefully it doesn't have heel cracks. Those legs are expensive. This is, was it Craven or something like that? I think that's Craven. Whoa, I think that's an expensive fig right there. What the heck is this thing? What is that thing? It's like a weird little butterfly dragon or something. Let's see. Is that a Flintstone with elf ears? I think it is. Okay, let's see. What else do we got in here? I don't know what half this stuff is. There's a shield for Nexo Knights. Here is Minnie Mouse. She's looking cute. Let's see. There is a Wild Style, I believe. There's a Troll. Anything else in here worth noting? Whoa. There's I think that's a Dimensions torso plus some Wild Style. Is that Mary Jane? That might be Mary Jane. And there you go. Did I miss anything? Did I go too fast and miss something? I don't know. You know, that was fun. I have a feeling the best stuff ends up staying with me, which is not ideal financially, but it sure is fun as a collector. After that, I think we'll be okay on this haul. I think a lot of this stuff will be stuff people really want, you know? And, you know, like I think this will sell very, very quickly. I think, you know, I think people who missed out on the Friends line will want a chance to have all of the Friends all in one shot. I'm surprised we only got a couple of the Seinfelds. Well, we saw Costanza and Newman. Maybe I just glanced over Kramer. I didn't see Kramer in here, but maybe I just glanced over him and went too fast. I think by the time you add up all these nougat heads, this will be a nice little score. I think so. Oh, and I didn't even put that on the wall either. Yeah, we got some work to do. Thank you guys for being here. I'm just babbling now. We'll see you next time.